This was what happened earlier when we saw the #1 machine being pushed back to the pits. Peter Goddard was on it then, got it all the way back to the pits, must have really tired him out, but he was able to get it back, get it fixed, and then...
Mougin, the French Federation organizer. Well, an hour and 10 minutes left in the race, rather, and the Suzuki coming back with a fuel problem. They changed the...
Suzuki, they fixed it, got back out. Dominic, it was the #1 bike that you're looking at now. Peter Goddard on the Castrol Suzuki in the lead by at least 3 and a bit laps. And it was only 7 minutes ago, before you joined us live here, that we saw the bike being pushed back into the pits. Obviously lost a lot of time, some problem. Didn't spend too long on it in the pits. Managed to sort it out and get out again, but that meant that the second place, Elf Honda, has been able to trawl within a lap of the #1 bike you're seeing here. And of course, Honda would dearly love to win right here at the bowl. You see just 1 lap down. In fact, it's a little less than 1 lap. That pushes the #4 Suzuki, Bonoy, Mahe and Van den Bosch, who's on the bike as we speak. The #3 Honda is now less than a lap behind the Suzuki and chasing hard and hoping that Peter Goddard, who's on the #1 Suzuki at the moment, will have a bit of a problem. There's a tank that they took off. There must be some kind of a problem. Looks like a slight mistake on the riders. From the rider there, looks seriously scratched. Doesn't look very deep though, so no knowing what happened to the bike, but it was being pushed back to the pits. So it might not have been a crash problem, might have been a technical problem. Dropped down to 2:16 and saw them at the on the side of the track. Obviously they've been pushing that one back, and the gap looks like they've been in the pits now for around about 6 or 7 minutes. Suzuki pit also looking worried, as well they might, because the Honda is 1 lap behind and can close this down if the Suzuki has any problems. There's 1 hour 35 minutes left to go of a 24-hour race, and it's not all over yet. Christian Lavier on the Honda Championship that will go with it, and also the Constructors' Championship. A lot of talk in the Suzuki pits, having a look at their monitor. They wanted to go out with a win here. This is the Dafix Honda, Jondat Luciari and Per-Riba Cabana. It's Per-Riba in the saddle at the moment. No threat to the top 3. The 2 Suzukis and the Honda. Dafix down by 6 laps on the #4 Suzuki. And as we speak, positions have changed on the board. Obviously, some serious problems with the Kurt Blau Racing Kawasaki #21. They were in front of phase 1. They are now behind. It's possibly... You're looking at the top Honda, and that's within 1 lap of the #1 Suzuki. Christian Lavier on, but just 1 lap in front of the Honda with 1 hour 25 minutes to go. Honda want this Bol d'Or. If they stay in that position, they get the Constructors' Championship, but they don't win the Bol, and they want that. But they had to chase this man, Peter Goddard. Dafix Honda being pulled in. A standard stop. Swing arm located. Jacked off the ground, fuel in, Jean-Pierre Jondat ready to get on board. And rolled away, and that's how quick it is in endurance. You've got your bike, you're pushing it. If you can get it back to the pits, you can actually get out again. Belgian team, the 2 Snickers. #46, having a quick poke around the bottom of the bike, hat off. That's the Yamaha Ebert Challenge bike from Germany. Yamaha 600 Super Sport entry. Alexander Palmer, Achim Trappel. On the same lap now as the #1 Suzuki Castrol machine. Number 3, the Elf Honda, 1 minute 54 seconds or thereabout. Time for Honda's pit stop. Christian Lavier coming in. At this time, you're looking at maybe adjusting the rider's positioning, timing, when you're going to get on the bike. Lavier's off. And who will be the best one to put on the bike at this time? William Costes. Well, the machine is eager, so is William, knows what he has to do. Now over a lap down on the Suzuki, but the Suzuki has yet to make a pit stop. Remember, Peter Goddard pushed the bike in. The bike was fixed. Peter went out with it again, got to be really tired. If the wind is a problem down on the Mistral and through these corners, he must be feeling it through his shoulders, hauling the big Suzuki around. So it is a chance. 1 minute 54, that's what you had last time we looked, but I would suspect it will be a bit bigger than that, because the Honda has come in for a pit stop. And Suzuki still deep in discussions about their #1 machine. Must be biting everybody's nails there. 1 hour, 10 minutes left for the Honda to catch up. It's a Suzuki. But it's not one of the top Suzukis. A bit of a panic there. Trims Motos Racing Suzuki. When you look at them from the front and somebody's covering the number, the red flash at the back for the stock machines. And they're starting to be pushed in left, right and centre here. Tiredness starting to take its toll. Machinery failures, number 62. The Publi team. Those are the Belgians, the Snickers boys from Belgium, and Dennis Fuchs. Stock sport machine being pushed back. We're seeing quite a few of these problems now. Number 81, but it's going to be a steady fight all the way through. We are coming back. Super Sport is still solid as she goes through a corner. Settles very well. Deals with all the bumps. Goddard well on the case and being careful around back markers as he should. The number 24 machine lying in 5th place. It's not exactly slow, but compared to these Works missiles, is a real snail. In 5th place, let's go down the list. Suzuki, number 1 in 1st place. Number 3 Honda, 2nd. Number 4 Suzuki in 3rd. Number 7 Dafix Honda in 4th. Then number 24, the Free Bike Performance Machine in 5th place. Strike Moto, number 78, the Kawasaki in 6th place. Phase 1 now in 7th place, but still 4 laps down on Strike Moto, and unless a problem occurs, won't be able to get in touch with them. The Moto Shop 35 team, number 35 of course behind them in 8th place, Écurie Police Nationale, number 22 machine in 9th, and Machio Racing number 83 in 10th. An hour ago, this is Dominique Mayant, who's the Suzuki team leader, had a couple of words with Honda. We're not sure what that was about. That could have been down to a protest, or that could have been down to the fact that the Honda rider, who was William Costes, was holding up Morrison, who caught him right up in the corner, and they've obviously got a problem. Honda don't want this. The bike is smoking badly. And as just a rider change, as Christian Lavier, who's just gone out on the machine, they were just a lap.
Fuel tank. 15 minutes before the flag, further dramas, this time for Honda, a broken engine.
A problem for Honda, and of course if Honda had stayed where they were, they would be taking the championship, and their riders would have taken the championship as well, but I can't believe it, what's happened to Honda. Given Doug Poland and Christian Lavier. World Championship for themselves. The tyre looks ominously slick. I would suspect there's some oil problems into the pits. It needs to get that up and looked at, but the Honda pit is all the way down the other end. So he has to cruise the length of pit lane to get down there. 2 laps. It had, of course, not threatened by his teammate. This is the Honda finally getting into the pits. A quick cursory glance. See if they can spot the problem straight away. Oil all over the rear tyre. It's into the pits. Into the garage. It's going to have a look at, but they will have lost an amazing amount of time here. It's only a matter of 2 or 3 minutes before the number 4 Suzuki will go into second place. It'll be Suzuki's 1 and 2. Honda would have lost out on the chance of the championship here, and the Works Cup. Meanwhile, Terry Reimer doesn't know of any of these problems with the Honda behind him. Has the Suzuki still going hard. With only about 12 minutes left of the Bol d'Or, the Suzukis have held up extremely well, while all around them has fallen. We are back at the Bol. This just 2 seconds ago. They pushed Christian Lavier out on the Honda. They haven't fixed this Honda. And if you notice, he's not blasting out of the pits. There's time for people to run across. He is cruising around the outside of the circuit. Very strange behavior from the Honda team here. I can only suggest that it's something to do with points. And he must keep going for another 8 minutes or so with that Honda. Honda will probably be the world champions. It's going to be very, very hit or miss if that bike can keep its internals together for the next 8 minutes. Meanwhile, Terry Reimer way out in the lead. Graphically there, Terry Reimer head down the Mistral, and the smoking Honda on the infield with Christian Lavier cruising round. Amazing scenes here at the Bol. Whether he's dropping oil, who knows, but he's not on the track. But it is definitely blowing oil. Let's see how well the Honda's built. Will it stand up to this kind of abuse right to the end of the race? It looks like a blown head on the Honda. I think oil seems to be coming out the top of the engine. As long as it's not leaking out the bottom, that bike should be able to hold together. Smoking oil badly. Terry Reimer, meanwhile, got his head down, knows what's going on. And we're going to be following this Honda all the way round. Unbelievable scenes. It was a beautiful machine running perfectly in pristine condition. And they are hoping against hope that this machine will make it to the finish line. 5 minutes left as Terry Reimer on the number 1 Suzuki. Looks like getting his 4th Bol d'Or. First one way back in 1992. And he's managed to get a Honda flag from somewhere. Suzuki was obviously a lot faster than the Honda, but come a straight, the Honda will blast away from it. And the Honda was doing 2 minutes 7, 2 minutes 8 seconds until the Suzuki went behind it. Then they upped their rate, and William Costes must have really rung the engine going down the straight, and I think that's what had happened here. The bike has stopped. He will try to push it. Have to keep our eyes. Mauro Luciaro. Post-race is going to be quite an inquiry as to what's going on here. If the Honda is still moving, if it actually crossed the line, what points will Honda get? But it's Suzuki 1 and 2, the Honda still registering in 3rd place. That will change if it stops. The crowd already cheering, acknowledging a brilliant race run by the Suzuki team. Teams put in a lot of work on this. The bike has been consistent, if not as fast as the Honda, but certainly very consistent out there. The The teams have worked together very, very well, very slick in the pits. Dominique Million has got a lot to answer for. What happens to this Honda if they actually manage to cross the line here? They will be world champions. This is going to be the race winner. Race time is now up. As soon as he crosses the line, there goes the flag. Terry Reimer, ball winner. Peter Goddard's really pleased with that, but I'm very, very happy to see Terry Reimer on the bike to take it across the line. We haven't seen that Honda. It has to cross the line to become world champion. Terry Reimer acknowledging the crowd. Here we go. The required. He'll have a lot of tread left on this tyre. Dirt and muck and paper bags and you name it on the track. Now people on the track. And that is normal here. Peter Goddard's across the track to celebrate Suzuki's memorable double here. Shall I tell you how many laps Suzuki have done? 666. Make of that what you will. Tell me what happened to the Honda. They have qualified. That's it. This is official on your screen at the moment. The Honda apparently has crossed the line in third place. While Kawasaki lost out. Brian Morrison getting congratulations from Dominique Million and the rest of the crew. Dominique accepting all the plaudits. You can just see Peter Goddard gets his laurels. Hands them to somebody else. The Honda team. Poland and Lavier, world champions. William Costes also up there. Brian Morrison all smiles.